I'm going to say this, and quite honestly, I don't know how you guys are going to react. If you react positive, thank you. If you react negative, I simply don't give a damn. Because what's happening now and what has been going on since the day Donald Trump got into power in 2016, from the moment he walked down the escalator, the moment he took office the first time, the moment he left office the first time, into the very present day, Donald Trump has shown, and his supporters have shown, that they are evil. And I'm not talking about comic book evil. I'm not talking about supervillain cartoonish evil. I'm talking old school, Old Testament, biblical evil. And to help me understand this, I'm going to read you an article from John Pavlovitz in which he asks the question, America, will we stand with Renee Nicole Good or evil? It's easy to oversimplify this life, to abandon nuance in favor of a simple binary choice that leaves no room for complexity. At times, we are all guilty of such reductivism to escape the rigors of research and understanding, but sometimes the occasion demands a simple decision. Some moments are like as a sharp moral line inviting us to declare a side. Some moments are all or nothing, pass fail of our very humanity. This is where we are now. This moment is about whether we will stand with good or with evil. Her name was Renee Nicole Good. Good. And she was good. Goodness is easy to see. Good pours itself out for its children. Good does the same for others' children. Good writes and creates art and brings beauty into the world. Good radiates warmth, generates laughter, embodies kindness. Good fiercely embraces both friend and enemy and stranger. Good cherishes the desperate humanity around it. Good loves its neighbor enough to move in the harm's way on their behalf. Good bears witness to inhumanity and refuses to look away. Good nurtures and protects life regardless of the cost. And on a January morning, in her Minneapolis neighborhood, Renee Nicole Good encountered evil. Evil declares a hollow, vicious, violent war on humanity for the color of their skin, all to carry the favor of a racist multitude. Evil drives pregnant women's faces into the pavement, randomly kidnaps fathers, zip ties children, and abducts teenagers. Evil terrorizes communities from behind the cover of armor and masks and unchecked power. Evil brutalizes strangers without any rhyme or reason, emboldened by the belief that accountability will never come. Evil invades the life of a human being without cause or conscience. Evil moves toward a terrifying, fleeing mother, fires point blank into her face, and casually walks away, without a hint of remorse as she bleeds out. Evil denies a woman medical care or any kind of tenderness in her final seconds. Evil orphans a 6-year-old child and acts like it has done something righteous. And evil stands in front of the nation from the highest seats of its power, lies through its teeth, adding insult to moral injury, assassinating the character of an innocent human being slaughtered for caring for a stranger. Evil labels a murdered woman as a domestic terrorist because it has so been consumed by a craven lust for power that is allergic to the truth and immune to empathy. Evil floods social media profiles with slander and falsehoods. It expresses no sorrow, no compassion, no grief at a young mother's execution for nothing but the whims of a mass monster who should never have been in her neighborhood to begin with. And make no mistake, evil remains silent right now. I don't know what kind of person you imagine you are, but I'm willing to bet that you say that you are a good one. Most of us believe that. But good is not expressed in our heads, but in the sum of our choices about the people we decide to be in the tangible concrete. Good is about the discomfort we carry, the turbulence we step into, and the courage we display. Good does not cower in the presence of evil. Good does not wait for someone else to do something. Good does not avert its eyes or cover its ears or scroll away from the nightmares of others, simply because the horrors have not yet reached them. Good doesn't allow itself to be so numbed by the legion of horrors around it that it is no longer able to respond. Good does not abide evil in the places it calls home. Renee Nicole Good died at the hands of evil, but we can make sure that she has the last word, that she did not die in vain, that good will live on. We cannot allow evil to prevail. We cannot calm down or shut up. We cannot let fear render us invisible or quiet. We must be the people who take a side, who meet at this moment, who declare that we have had enough of hatred having the run of the house. The choice could not be clearer, America. Will you stand with good or evil? Thank you, Mr. Pavlovich, for that. And quite honestly, the lines have been drawn. Now, this isn't about political attachments or policy anymore. This isn't about left versus right. This isn't about blue versus red. This isn't about Democrats or Republicans or liberal or conservative. This is about good and evil. And we are seeing the lines being drawn day in and day out. Donald Trump and his minions have shown what kind of evil people they are only by this one small incident. A woman is murdered by an ICE officer, and their first instinct is to go on television or go on social media, defame her name, defame her and label her as a terrorist threat, trying to justify her murder. Before I started this video, I saw all kinds of social media posts trying to justify this murder in almost the same way they tried to do George Floyd. And to be very honest with you, those people made their choice. They stand for evil. Well, I made my choice a long time ago, long before Donald Trump came on the scene. One of my favorite biblical verses, Romans chapter 12, verse 21. Be not overcome with evil, but overcome evil with good. I made my choice. What's yours going to be? CTP, North Truth, God bless. Peace to the left, justice to the right.